This is Rafiq Luzon, and you are tuned in to Nothing But That Sports Talk. Postseason is in the air. I said, welcome to this episode of Nothing But That Sports Talk. I'm Rafiq Luzon alongside Keith McPerson from WFAN. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good, man. How are you? Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to bring you back on the show. I mean, I know we got a lot going on. Heck, you got a lot going on today as, postseason in the air. Obviously, the Yankees, they at least matched their win total from last year, and they're looking to redeem themselves for the loss of the Dodgers last year. After the way things worked out, even with a little bit of decline before they recovered to at the very least, this is one of the top records in the AL. What are your high expectations for the Yankees in the postseason?
Listen, they could win it all. They also could lose in two games. I feel like this about the team. They have all the talent. They're healthy. There's not that many teams better than them. They've been playing really hot. They won 8 in a row to end the season. If they would have played like this at any other point in any other month during the season, they probably would have won the division. So it's now, do they perform when the lights are brightest? Do they pitch well? Do they play defense? Do they hit well? Do they steal bases? Do they not make mistakes running the bases, not make mistakes throwing the ball? They got to play a clean, tight game, and Aaron Boone has to manage the game as if he's been there before. They have been there before. They're the defending AL champs. The whole goal is to get back to the World Series like they were at last year, but win it this year.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, what you get stuck facing the Boston Red Sox, and obviously, you watch enough Yankees to know how important the Red Sox versus Yankees rivalry is. Like, what are some things you always enjoyed about the Yankees Red Sox rivalry outside the end results from
We
back
don't
in
like
the
them.
2000s?
They don't like us. It's on site. It's straight beef. It's like there's nothing that they do that we do, and vice versa. They have goofy jerseys. They wear yellow jerseys and green jerseys and red jerseys. We just wear the pinstripes, the road grays, right? They've got a goofy mascot, no mascot. Like what they do over there in their janky ballpark, we don't do in our ballpark. They've got the short left field. We've got a deep left field. They've got the pesky pole. We've got the short porch. Like it's just different. So I look at this Red Sox team as a team that got hot. I look at this Red Sox team as a team that got rid of Rafael Devers and they went on a run. They have a great pitcher in Garrett Crochet, but it's his first postseason start tonight. You beat him tonight, and you've got a chance to take this in 2 games, definitely 3.
Exactly. And it doesn't even matter right now that the Red Sox are undefeated in the World Series of this century. What matters is the fact that the Yankees historically had better championship success and regular season success than the Red Sox. And you pointed out on the House of Highlights not too long ago that the Yankees are not the Dallas Cowboys of baseball.
Yeah, because they've gotten to the World Series. They've gotten to the American League Championship. You know, the Cowboys can't get back to the Championship. They can't get back to the Super Bowl. The Yankees are in the playoffs every year. They're not one and done. Now, the difference between them and the Red Sox is the Red Sox have gone on these random runs, 2004, 2013, 2018, and they've got it done with these different teams. Let's see what they have this year. I don't think this team is as strong this year, and the Yankees owe them. The Yankees owe them. The Yankees have been knocked out by the Red Sox in 2021, 1 game wild card in Fenway, 2018 in the division series, and even we all know the Yankees were up 3-0 and lost to them in 2004.
And I know that has to hurt. I know being the only team on the wrong end of history to blow a 3-0 lead in the major league postseason. But but that's how it is. The
Oh
fact
yeah,
there is you have
it's
the
in the past.
championship
It's
and,
in the
and the
past.
Red Sox, even though they undefeated and they never lost, they've had the least experience. And yeah, we had to get back to and before we get that, we had to get back to your appearance on House Highlights. What is that whole experience like? Especially watching my guy Remo, shout out to him, get that heated debate with that Red Sox fan. Really let him know their tears were clutch to David Ortiz.
Yo, shout out to Remo. Remo approved. Remo was getting at him. House of Highlights came up with this, this clash series where they put fans against each other. It's one fan versus 10 other fans. So they had one Red Sox fan versus 10 of us Yankee fans, and they kept putting up these different narratives and themes for us to debate. It was cool. It was fun. But ultimately, we know there is no debate. The Red Sox have all the recent championships. The Yankees have none. There is no debate. The Red Sox have knocked the Yankees out a bunch of times. The Yankees owe them one. So, yeah, it was just fun to do that for YouTube and to get together with other Yankee fans. There was a couple cool Yankee fans like Remo. Carolyn was there. The guys from Fireside Yankees were there. It was a good time, but ultimately we know the Red Sox have been the better team in the last 20 or so years.
In the words of Remo, 96, 98, 99, 2000, 2009. I don't care about the undefeated crap. You don't care about
Yeah,
the undefeated
but you know
crap.
what, man? We're depending on what age you are, we remember those. But there are some young cats, they do not remember those early 2000s, three-peat, late 90s. They don't remember any of that. So, the Yankees got to get one now. They got to get a fresh, new, shiny one now, and it starts tonight.
Exactly. It starts tonight. I know we got the Red Sox to deal with, but obviously, are you confident that they can actually sweep the Red Sox to avoid a third game?
Yeah, I think they can. I think they can. It's Garrett Crochet and Brian Bayo versus Max Fried and Carlos Rodon. Our two guys have been great. 19 wins for Max Fried, 18 wins for Rodon. They're both postseason performers that have played in the postseason before. Like I said, Garrett Crochet has not pitched in the postseason before. I know he's a dog. I know he's one of the best in the game, but he's got to come to the Bronx and prove it tonight. It's going to be loud. There's going to be a lot of energy and excitement, and the Yankees got to hit. If they can get to him, have some good at bats, run his pitch count up, and hopefully the umpire doesn't suck. They'll get to him and get to the bullpen, and you just got to win by one. If they beat them, I don't know, 4-3, you'll take that.
Exactly. And this matchup all boils down to not just the pitching, but it really boils down to what Aaron Judge is going to do. Because even though you did make it to the World Series and you lost to the Dodgers, the fact of the matter is Aaron Judge struggled to begin the postseason up until they took out the Cleveland Indians. And yeah, can we expect Aaron Judge to have a much better postseason run than recent years?
Man, it all rides on Judge. And I've been saying that after he failed in the World Series, dropping that pop up and his strikeout rate through October, like he failed on the biggest stage. And I hope that loosens him up. I hope that is just another game for him. And he realizes, like, man, this is what we do. We go to the postseason. And if you are Judge, if you are the MVP, if you perform like you always perform, we're not losing. We're not losing to the Red Sox. We won't lose to the Toronto Blue Jays. Judge has to be the captain and lead the way and not press. And I think it's time.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's definitely time. And also, good call. State has to show up on his end because, yeah.
He always does, though. We don't worry about him. He performs every postseason. You get him in there, he kills the Red Sox. He kills opposing pitchers. If they throw him a strike, it's getting hit 400 feet.
Yeah, and I made sure to wear my Yankees attire for this occasion.
I like that green. I like that Yankees green like that. That's fresh.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I like that. I like talking Yankees. You want to know what I don't like? Your Cowboys tied with the Green Bay Packers.
I went to sleep. I woke up. I said, they tied? What the?
Cowboy fan, know that hurts.
I disowned them. I'm no longer a Dallas Cowboys fan. They traded Micah Parsons, and that was the last straw for me. I can't rock with Jerry Jones. So I'm a free agent. I'm an NFL fan. I don't rock with the Cowboys no more. That's done. I grew up a Cowboys fan, but I'm grown now. I grew out of it.
Okay, that's smart. Exactly. I mean, you born and raised in New Jersey, but you're part of New York.
Right,
That's
facts.
smart. That is literally smart.
I mean, I learned, like, yo, Jackson Dart era, you got to root for the Giants. Even the Jets, even though they started 0-4, Aaron Glenn era, like, come on. These New York football teams got to get right. And me being on the radio, I just learned, man, the Cowboys don't do anything for my brand. They don't do anything for my business. And I haven't been to Jerry World in 10 years. So I'm out. I'm a free agent fan, and who knows? Maybe the Giants pull me in. Maybe the Jets pull me in. I'm looking at the Bills, the Bucks, the Jaguars, the Ravens. I don't know. I'll pick another team when my son decides what team he wants to root for. My son is 2.5, so give me 2 years, and then we'll decide what team I'm rocking with.
Nice. Okay, now let's get to the preview. I mean, if you as a Yankee fan, which National League team that made the postseason this year do you want the Yankees to face in the World Series this year?
Do I want to face? I think the Padres would be fun. I think it would be cool for another East Coast, West Coast Padres Yankees series, a rematch of '98, and maybe we sweep them again. The Phillies also would be cool because we can drive to those games. I'm from Monmouth County, and Philly is, 30, 45 minutes from where I grew up. I would probably go to one of those games. Even if I got to spend some money to go, I would try to go to at least one of those games. If it's Philly versus Yankees World Series, which was the last World Series the Yankees won, Other than that, I don't want to see the Dodgers again. I'm good on them. I think they'll beat the Reds, obviously. The Brewers, whack. Um, yeah, I think Padres or Phillies would be cool. I think Padres or Phillies would be dope to see.
I can't argue with you there. I mean, Yankees had some positive history with the Philadelphia Phillies as well. I mean, I wouldn't mind facing them. And well, I mean, and yeah, it's kind of hard to tell where we get. But right now, it's all about their matchups against the Boston Red Sox. And to conclude this episode, because I understand you got another show to get on. What what wild card matchup are you looking forward to outside just the Red Sox and Yankees?
I think the Guardians Tigers matchup is great because they're division rivals. They've played each other. The Guardians were able to catch the Tigers, and they've been playing each other so much. They played so much down the stretch. I think that's going to be a good one. I think that's like it's just division rivals and familiarity. And let's see if the Tigers can get back or if the Guardians just continue to own them. The Tigers were such an upstart story last year, and now it seems like the Guardians, who were in the ALCS last year, they got right late too. So yeah, I like that matchup for real.
Yeah, I'm probably going to just share a bring with you. I think that match is going to be well because the Dodgers are sweeping the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah,
The fact that they got to that postseason after the Mets choked another one that
they're
match.
not ready for prime time. They're not ready for the Dodgers. This is what the Dodgers do. The Reds are going to be in over their head.
Yeah, I'm not. I have no faith in the Cincinnati Reds. And let's see what's the other matchup. I think the
Cubs.
Diego Padres and the Cubs should be good. I could see that going three games.
I think the Padres get the Cubs. The Cubs kind of teetered off. I think the Padres, this is their year to advance. I like Machado. I like Tatis. I like Arias. I like Jackson Merrill, Cronenworth, and I think they have some good pitching too.
Yeah, they have some good pitching, and that'd be nice. Well, let's see. Obviously, you got a point. The Guardians and Tigers seems like a pretty good series. It's a rematch of last year's those American League Division Series that literally went 5 games with ultimately coming out on top. This time, the Guardians came back and made the postseason. I mean, they expected to be in the postseason anyway, but the way it happened to beat out by 15 games, this goes to show that
it ain't over till it's over.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Right, 162 games, man. The Guardians, they play guard ball. They are scrappy and they're never out of it. And I think it's going to be a good little series between them.
Yeah, and obviously I'm looking forward to the winner of that matchup and the Seattle Mariners because Seattle with that dude Kyle Raleigh. Don't tell me Kyle Raleigh's not as good as Aaron Judge because he was literally
He's not
2 runs shy of breaking Aaron Judge's record.
He didn't break it.
But at least he didn't. But Kyle Raleigh is another major batter.
He's great.
Outside of Shohei
incredible.
Ohtani and Aaron Judge, Kyle Raleigh is another player you can't sleep on.
Never sleeping on Cal Raleigh. The big dumper had a great year, an all-time year, and he's carried that team, and they've got some good players around him. He's not better than Judge. He shouldn't be the MVP, but let's see what he does in the postseason. Let's see if he can hit home runs. Let's see how he is behind the plate. Let's see what his 240 batting average looks like. Let's see if he's got the postseason prowess. The Mariners aren't used to getting there. Let's see what they do when the lights are a little bit brighter.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's just see what happens. And I don't mean to keep holding you up because obviously the NBA season's coming up, and the New York Knicks, fresh in the Brooklyn Nets. Well, they're in a rebuilding mode. I mean, what is like your expectation for Brooklyn if you follow them?
I mean, they should compete. Michael Porter Jr., Terrence Mann, Nick Claxton, Cam Thomas, a bunch of the other characters that you got to see kind of come up that the Nets drafted in the last couple years. Even some of the rookies should get in the mix. Jordy Fernandez, his second year. I think they're going to be a 500 team. I think they're going to surprise some teams some nights. I think they're going to be terrible some nights. It's going to be a learning curve. It's going to be some growing pains. But obviously the Knicks are expected to win the East. They're expected to go to the finals. They're stacked. And if they're healthy, they fired their head coach to go to the championship. It's championship or bust for them. It's championship or nothing else.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's literally championship. This is a window of opportunity for the New York Knicks. Otherwise, I mean, anything can happen in sports. Let's just be fair.
Anything can happen. We know that. That's why we watch. That's why we bet. That's why we talk about this stuff and try and guess and predict. And it's riveting. It's a movie every time that you can't predict.
Yeah. It's hard to predict anything in sports now these days. You just saw the Indiana Fever come within a game away from making it to the WNBA finals, and those are the Phoenix Mercury knock off the two finalists from last year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, the Liberty couldn't get it done. I don't know who's winning the WNBA title this year, but
We don't
uh,
know.
we don't know. But it's going to be a new champion.
Yeah, we don't know. But yeah, that wrap up this episode. Let to put that sports talk. Thank you for stopping by, Keith McPerson. It's always nice talking some sports with you. Do I hope to get back? And you never know. Maybe if we can keep growing ourselves, we could probably link up with WFAN.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you reaching out, bro. You're somebody that reached out to me, I think, before I got on WFAN. You just always been supportive. So if I got, a couple minutes to help you out, I always will, man. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, especially since I'm in the midst of a radio career here at St. John's University right now. So yeah.
Yeah, good luck with everything, man. Keep pushing. Tell people that you know me. Now you've got, I think, at least 3 episodes with me on there. So yeah, use my name and try and connect with some other people. Post it and I'll repost and all that. And yeah, keep building.
All right. For Keith McPerson, Rafiq Louis, we'll see you next time.